Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience for 50% faster job preparation. Your RBI Legal exam had happened and the results for the written exam is already out. You are now in the interview stage and we had received certain queries related to how you should go about preparation for your interview. This is the last stage for your RBI Legal recruitment cycle, and it's very important for your overall selection. So let's understand in this video in detail how you can go about your preparation. To start with, 22 of you candidates have been selected and shortlisted for the interview stage for 5 vacancies. I'm sure you have already written, checked your number and are now busy and submitting your biodata. To start with, your interview will have a 40 marks weightage in your overall selection. So the written exam that happened consisted of your paper 1 and paper 2, which was totaling of 250 marks. Now your interview will be 40 marks out of so your final selection marks will be out of a total of 290 marks. If I look at the last 5 years recruitment cycle trend, then the cutoffs have moved for the written exam and have been on an average around 150 marks. Last year it was close to 150.5, one of nearer the average. Before this we have seen the cutoff going very high to up to 175 plus marks also. If I combine the overall final cutoff from the written plus interview exam, then the cutoff last year was actually one of the lowest at 184.5 marks, right? So this has been the cutoff. Not that this will give an insight into your interview preparation, but it is good to know this by depending on how your written exam has gone, you have to ensure that you maximize your marks in the interview. So prepare in a manner that you give your best performance in an interview. So let's understand now the most important question: what do you need to prepare for the interview when you've already studied so thoroughly? Because this is a descriptive legal exam, you also prepared descriptive, so you've thoroughly prepared for a lot of laws. So what exactly you should now prepare for? Right? The first important step is filling your biodata. Many of you would have already filled it. The last date to submit is November 7th, right? So let's quickly have a look at what all you need to fill in the biodata, because this will be your roadmap for your preparation also, and it will be like the first thing the interviewer will see about yourself. So it is a very important document and you should fill it out carefully. So let's have a look at what all needs to be filled and what points you can take into account while filling this. This is the biodata form that RBI has given for you to fill out for the interview stage. Initially, you have to give the factual information like the post that you have applied for, which will be RBI Legal, your roll number. You have to also attach the latest photograph of yours and also mention the medium of interview. Medium of interview means you are allowed to give interview either in English or Hindi. So whichever you prefer, you will write that over here. You can give interview in Hindi also. Many times students are scared that what if I have to give an interview in Hindi? Do I have to learn every technical term, every law term in Hindi also? That may not be required. When you are giving interview in Hindi, that means you're conversational. अगर आप हिंदी में इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं तो मतलब आपका कॉन्वर्सेशन की लैंग्वेज, आपकी बातचीत की लैंग्वेज हिंदी होने वाली है. जरूरी नहीं है आपको एवरी टेक्निकल वर्ड को भी हिंदी में बोलना जरूरी है, राइट? सो आप उस भाषा में इंटरव्यू दीजिए इन विच यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट. जिस भाषा में आप कॉन्फिडेंट फील करते हैं, जिस भाषा में आप अच्छे से आंसर दे पाएंगे बिना नर्वस हुए, choose that language, either English or Hindi, right? Then you have to write your full name over here, give your postal address, your permanent address, your nearest railway station to your address, your gender, you have to tick that here. You don't have to write, you have to tick that here. Then you have to mention the name of your parents or spouse and their occupation. Not all three have to be mentioned. You can choose and write either. You have to choose your category by ticking over here, and in case you belong to the SC, ST, OBC, then you have to mention your subcaste, caste or tribe also over here. You can give other details related to benchmark disabilities if that applies to you. Your registration number has to be mentioned on the page also. Moving ahead, the community related, minority community, if you belong to, you can mention that here. Your nationality, if you are an ex-serviceman, right? So a lot of factual information has to be filled out, okay, over here. Then you have to fill out your information related to your education, right? So here they have mentioned that your education and professional qualifications, you can mention here from SSC or matriculation onwards, right? So you can mention first your SSC, then followed by your graduation, your post-graduation, or any other professional degree that you may have acquired. So you can mention that with the marks, with the grade, with the name of the university, the college, everything that are factual information related to your education, right? Okay. After that, you can also mention any other professional qualifications or degrees or certifications that you may have done, which will add value to your candidature in this particular segment. If you are working, and this was for experience, so you may be working, so your experience, whatever you have last mentioned in the column 14, because here you will give the details about your present and previous employer. So whatever was your last drawn salary of any previous or existing, whoever is the last one, that you have to mention over here. Okay. Then based on your experience and all, or any other certifications, if you feel that there is any advance increments in the pay scale that are required, that you can mention over here. Don't unnecessarily mention just because you have experience. Remember, this is you already required experience. So what is mandatory experience? Don't just include that mandatory experience as the reason for advance increments, right? So don't do that. Otherwise, if you have anything else to support your claim, then you can mention it over here. It is good to also mention any extracurricular activities, proficiency, and for which you may have got any kind of certificates or awards. Mention it over here. It helps to add value to your overall personality, or any other scholarships, prizes, or medals that you may have achieved during your education purpose. The languages that you know other than English, right? So the languages, and what is your proficiency in terms of your speaking, reading, and writing skills, and if any examinations you have passed, right? So you may know certain regional languages, you may know again the regional languages which are only dialects, that are not mentioned. Any languages which have a written and reading aspect also, those is what you can mention. And if you have qualified exams even at school levels, then you can mention those under examinations passed. Give your details related to your employers, wherever you have worked previously, the tenure, what was your designation, and in short mention the duties. When you are writing the duties, please do not try to copy your entire CV over here, or use only those words that do justice to your and explain to your experience. Plus, they also help to pick up questions for your interview. Be careful what you are writing, because sometimes in an effort to showcase what all things you have done, a person ends up giving a very long list and then gets entangled in a number of questions that can be picked up from the description you have written. So your description should be written in such a manner which gives insights into your experience, plus also is enough to help you getting asked certain questions related to that and you doing justice to that, right? So that becomes very, very important. So balance it out. It should not be too long, it should not be too short. It should give enough fodder for the panel to ask you questions, and yet not so much that the fodder becomes so much that your preparation becomes difficult. Whatever your last salary drawn with that organization was, you can mention over here, and in short write the reason why you left that particular job. Again, keep it to the point and short. Do not give long answers in terms of why you left it. Okay, if you have ever given any other exam conducted by RBI previously, mention those details in terms of the name of the post and also when you gave that exam. Here, mentioning the exact date may not be necessary. You can mention the year also with the month, right? And then if you were called for the final interview stage or not, yes or no is what you can mention. You can further tick yes or no based on if you have been debarred from any or disqualified from any public service commission before. In most cases, the answer is no. So, but you can choose as applicable to you. Be truthful. Are you debt free? Are you free from debt or not? So the question is, are you free from debt or not? So if you do not have any debt, the answer will be yes. If you have debt, then answer will be no. You don't have to give any explanation. Simple. Any kind of loan, maybe a car loan, a vehicle loan, education loan, house loan, any type, something that is in your name. That is what you can look at. Then if you are under any liability to repay any money advanced by any institution or party for your education or any other purpose, state here. So in case if your answer is basically no over here, because in that case you have a loan, right? So in that case it will also be no here, and then you can mention details of what is the type of loan that you have taken. Here is a point that you can give any additional information. Please do not repeat things that you may have already written over here in case of prize and medals, extracurricular activities, right? So anything else, any major projects or any areas in which you have worked or you have skills at and you would like them to ask you questions on, please add those things only over here. Don't unnecessarily repeat things which have already been mentioned. Then also give the list of all the documents that will be enclosed in terms of your supporting documents for your education, your experience, and whatever has been asked by the RBI. Okay, you will write sign and date and sign and mention registration number on all the pages as mentioned over here. Please write in clear handwriting, or you can also type by downloading and editing the PDF. So either ways, you can fill this out and then submit in a timely manner as mentioned to RBI by the 7th of November. Once you have submitted this, now start focusing on your preparation. When you are preparing, there are 3 aspects that you need to prepare on: the personal, the technical, and the organizational. In personal also there will be 2 aspects. One will be your factual information, right? When factual information, anything related to your education, your experience, your birth, your place of birth, your parents, which place you belong to, where you have grown up, where you have studied, all background, any questions, the place that you have grown up or you were born, what is it famous for, why is it known, okay, the importance of that place, the education institutes you've studied at, what education you have done, why did you do those educations, and the other aspects that reflect your personality, like your strengths, your weaknesses, your interest areas, okay, which could also be your hobbies, right? And why you want to join RBI, why did you leave the past jobs, right? How you are suitable for this particular job. So all these aspects, one related to your personality, the other related to your factual background and understanding. So you prepare on these 2 aspects. In technical also, there will be 2 aspects that you prepare. One technical is about your legal job in general. Of course, being RBI, focus more on, I'm not saying only on, but more on the banking laws, right? Banking laws will be most critical. Your BR, your FEMA will be very, very important act, right? Of course, your RBI Act, SURFACE, right? IBC, payment and settlement, negotiable instruments. So a lot of banking laws, you know better than me. All of these banking laws you prepare for generally. And the other technical aspect will be something which is related to your profile, in the sense your experience, in which area have your experiences. Those can also be technically asked more and can be unique to yourself, because your experience would be different from any other candidate, right? So technical aspect, go into your profile, the kind of experience you have had, with whom you have had, how in which areas of laws, which domain have you worked more. So those technical aspect and general legal aspect, focusing a lot on the banking laws. And then organizational, that means everything about RBI, basic information about RBI, when was RBI established, its preamble, its how is board composed, who are the current governors and the deputy governors of RBI, where all its where it's headquartered, where are its other regional offices, what all RBI regulates, what all laws give it the power to RBI to regulate and function as a central bank, right? So knowing everything about RBI and the areas of interest of RBI, right? That means about RBI, the banking system, the financial system in the economy. General awareness about those aspects will also be important. So this is how you should go about preparation. Please, as I've shown, all of these areas are important. It's not that technical is important and you leave out personal preparation or you leave out organizational preparation, right? So you have to give equal importance, divide your preparation in a manner that you touch upon all of these aspects. Before I end, please remember that your interview is not a test of your knowledge. It is a test of your confidence, your communication skills, your intellectual and moral integrity. How are your reflexes and alertness in different situations? What is your assimilation capability? That means how do you understand things and look at various laws and situations, not just your bookish knowledge of various laws. How clear is your thinking, whether you are a biased or an unbiased kind of a person who can think logically, and your general awareness about the world around you, what is happening in the legal space in RBI, what all kind of decisions it has taken, and all. So that will be important. So it's not just a test of your knowledge, it's a test of all of these things. So rather than just focusing on the bookish knowledge, focus on how RBI is functioning and using its powers as a regulator and as a central bank to regulate and ensure financial stability in our country, right? So this is all from my side. iExamB also offers RBI interview guidance preparation. Our course will include one session, a common session for your interview guidance to help you what all areas you need to prepare, and you can ask your doubts. We'll also have a 101 mock interview with an esteemed panel consisting of esteemed panel members who have experience of taking actual interviews and also mock interviews over the last many years. Cumulatively 10,000 plus mock interviews is what we have done and guided for students. On our panel, we have members from RBI like Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, ex-CGM RBI, Mr. Durai Rajan, ex-DGM RBI, ex-manager RBI Sushil Ragde sir, CP Joshi sir, ex-AGM RBI. We have other banking esteemed members, guest members. This is only an indicative list. We also have other RBI, ex-RBI professionals and ex-bankers on our panel, and our internal panel experts and your legal experts on the panel for your mock interview. You will also have a personalized 101 with the faculty for any guidance in terms of technical aspects. You can fill out the form for any other queries you may have related to your RBI legal interview. And for any other information, you can reach out on this number also.